go ahead and pick it up and lift it up. I'm going to hold it upright with, okay, blooper there. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into Varnish Studios. Now, as you can see, we have the T-Rex, which is the newest painting that I have created here inside the studio. Now, this is the very first of this entire collection, and I'm super excited that I was just able to incorporate so many different neons and glows in this painting. It really does pop. So if you want to go back and check out the actual fun time-lapse painting of this artwork, then you can definitely do so. I also did a few lives and a few shorts that are posted there on my YouTube channel as well, so you can check that out. Now, today in the studio, I've got this thing completely finished out, including my signature at the bottom. The only thing I have left to do is just to kind of like write just the artistic data on the back. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. I have this propped up with just some little medicine cups here. So let me go ahead and flip this over here. I have wiped down this station so it is completely dry and clean of debris and dust. So I'm just using a little Posca pen, and I'm just going to write the information on the top of the canvas here. Now, I have done a full canvas wrap of this painting, and we're going to begin by painting and varnishing the back of it. Okay, so let me sign this right quick here. So it's an original, so there's just data. I usually do that even if it's in my choppy, nasty handwriting, because I am not great at calligraphy or signing or anything like that. So I just scribble it in there with my Doctor of Artistry. You know, like you're a doctor, you have a bad handwriting. I'm a Doctor of Artistry print right there. And I will go ahead and also varnish over that, so it kind of seals it into the wood, so that if anybody were to resell this along the way down the road, then at least I have some artistic credit on there. I also will sell this with all of the original information that's attached to it, like all the paperwork and the leather authenticity and such like that. So laying it up here, I'm actually able to hide behind the canvas. It is so big. Now, this is a 40 by 60 Galleria canvas here, and it is fully wrapped around to the back side. So it's painted all on the sides, and it's wrapped all the way to the back framing here. And I hand painted everything on this. Very cool. I'm very proud of it, and it was a very fun abstract to do. Now we're going to go ahead and begin varnishing this, right? So I'm going to let that lay flat there. Put this off to the side here. To varnish this, we're going to be using a UV archival varnish, and that is from Krylon. I've used this on one painting previously, and it worked out absolutely great. The most important thing is that it has all of the protective layers. UV protection helps against fading and dirt and moisture and discoloration. It protects acrylics, watercolors, pastels, color pencils, and oils. So it's kind of universal, and it can be removed if it needs to, so that these can be touched up in the future if somebody were to want to go above and beyond like that later on down the road, maybe after I'm dead and gone, right? So let's go ahead and get this varnished here. So I'm going to varnish the back of it first. So let's flip the canvas over here, and we're just going to let it lay flat. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a small disposable cup in each corner here, and it's just going to lift it up off. I'm not letting this apply pressure to the actual stretch canvas itself. I'm only putting it on the framework. You don't really have to do this if you don't want to. I just prefer to. It kind of gets it up off the ground, and if paint were to get like underneath it or something, it just gives a nice wrap. The outside edges of the canvas as well as the back don't have to have as thick of a layer here. Just nice smooth motions here. Just nice smooth bursts here. You don't want to apply so much that you get any kind of running. That's a no-no. No runs. We can't have that, okay? I don't care if it gets on the board or the framing a little bit, the stretcher bars, I don't mind that. You may notice there's a bunch of stuff in the background of this video. We are out in my workshop / shed, and I have a lot going on, guys. Building VW engines and finishing that workstation behind me here. There we go. I'm going to be peeking around you here. Spraying right over those words I wrote on there, about the artistic data. Try to get in those corners as much as you can. I like to get those corner overlays in the corners. Happy with that. Okay. Let me move things around here, and I'm actually going to give you a little bit of better view of this area here, just a little bit of a close-up. Nothing super special, but, you know, it makes a difference. So I'm going to work over here, and I'm going to work to you. So I'm painting that top back lip of the canvas and then rolling it around to the front. Nice smooth bursts. Very happy with that. Now I'm going to let that rest. That's the only coat that I'm going to do on the back side. When I come back around to do the front portion of it, I'll go over these sides one more time with a second coat. Alright, so with that pretty much good, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab the canvas without touching the sides. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up and lift it up. I'm going to hold it upright with... Okay, blooper there. I'm going to hold it upright with the stretcher bars here. And what I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and apply these so that they sit on the wood, okay? All right. Wheeled rats. I just can't seem to do nothing right, man. Now, I really do wish I could sit it at an angle so that way you could just get more of a view of that. But I just truly can't do that because then I could get running as I apply this layer to the front of the canvas here. It always helps when you have two people. So here's our canvas. I'm going to bring you up slightly so that way you can have a little bit of a downward trajectory onto the canvas. All right, so you could... Okay, so I've got it completely supported in the corners by the frame. The frames aren't going to hurt anything, and it's not applying pressure to the canvas itself. I've already completely dedusted this surface here, and it is ready to go. I brought you up so you have a little bit better of a trajectory down to the canvas. The sun is going down. I don't have any source lighting out here except for the halo light that is being attached to the tripod. What we're going to do is before the sides are even dry, I'm going to go ahead and give this one full coat. And I'm going to let this coat cure up with the ones on the side. I'm going to do 2 coats over the surface of this canvas, and then we're going to call it quits. I don't want to apply so many layers that I wash out all these 3D textures that I had sculpted into the canvas with the brushwork, okay? I say sculpted all the time. All right, so I am going to be looking this way here. I actually have my glasses off so that I didn't apply glare to the camera. I'm not going to lie, guys, whether you see my evil glowing halo-like eyes in the reflection of my glasses or not, I have to have it. So we're going to go ahead and apply this layer. It's leveled on four corners, so it shouldn't get any massive pooling anywhere. One thing you're going to notice is that although the colors are vibrant now, they're going to be popping even more as I apply this varnish. The blacks between all of the colors is going to pop, and that's why I went overlaid with ivory black. So enjoy the show. I'm not going to move you around a whole lot and jostle you, but I do want to make sure that I'm looking at the light so that I can see where I do and do not miss. So to start with, I'm going to start on the other side, and I'm going to spray just along this edge right here. Okay, because I couldn't really reach that side too much. All right, now I can see that glistening surface there, and I'm going to start in that corner and work my way this way. Small bursts. Stopping. Okay, I'm going to stop there. If I keep going, I'm going to get pooling, okay? And I don't want pooling. But you can look over the sides of it. You can kind of see where you may need to focus on the next round. It's looking really good. I didn't miss very much at all. I got some pooling on that far corner, this side over here. I got some dripping. Got some dripping there. Don't like it, but that's fine. I'm going to wipe that away with my finger. I'll fix it with the next coat. It's okay. Popping. It's looking good. Looking good. What do you think, guys? At this point, right now, leave a comment below. Does that surface look good so far? First coat. And as with Krylon Archival spray. Alright guys, so this is coat number 2. Alright guys. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. This again, for one more time, is Krylon Gallery Series UV Archival Varnish. It's a 1375 gloss, and it is absolutely phenomenal. Now, I used a lot of them in the past. I even got a comment not too long ago because I was doing a video with Winsor & Newton gloss varnish, and it was great. And it had a really good sweet smell to that Winsor & Newton varnish. But I honestly believe that this one gave a thicker coat. Okay, they're both great, but I will say that I think the other can gave a better dispersion of it. It could be the can that I have in my hand that's giving me a different result than the next can that I buy. That's always a reality. But for the most part, I'm really happy with how this Krylon has turned out to be. I like that any varnish that I do purchase, I would like for it to be UV, non-yellowing, and then I also want to make sure they can go over acrylic and oils because it depends on what I feel like working with. It depends on what I'm making, right? So I want something that's kind of versatile. Instead of having 3 cans, one for oils, one for acrylics on a shelf, why not just have 1 can that can do it all? So I'm very impressed with Krylon. Krylon, you done good with this can. I'm liking how this looks. Now, I only put a total of 2 coats on this. 1 coat all the way wrapped around to the back, 2 layers on the sides, as well as the layer on the surface. And this is going to fully cure up overnight here in the workshop. I did this in the midday. So, of course, it's currently like mid-November. So at night, it starts to get pretty chilly. So I wouldn't want to spray this in like a super chilled shed without any kind of warmth to it. It's pretty warm during the day, so I'm not really too worried about this not curing up overnight. It's going to be super cured up or relatively in the process of curing by the time it starts to get chilled out here this afternoon. Really impressed with how the overall gloss is like popping against the ivory black. That's why we use the ivory black like we do, right? It looks absolutely phenomenal, you guys. I'm super impressed. Now we're going to go ahead and let it be. If I keep messing with it, I'm going to booger something up, and I don't like to booger stuff up if we can avoid it. And we'll go ahead and let it rest. I appreciate you guys watching. Now, this is just a small video of the overall content that I create on my YouTube channel, but I haven't really showcased a lot of the Krylon varnish yet here on my YouTube channel. So this is probably one of the first videos in that Krylon video, and because it is technically an aerosol, that will go into the spray painting playlist there on my YouTube channel, as well as the varnishing playlist. Kind of interesting, right? So again, guys, I'm going to begin the second painting of this series. And I think I'm going to probably be working on a Triceratops. We'll see. And I think that that canvas is going to be a 30 by 30. So this is a 40 by 60. The next one in the series is going to be a 30 by 30. And that is going to be a Triceratops. Instead of doing the wide variety of colors, I'm probably going to lean more towards the blues, maybe the greens, maybe some oranges, things like that. But we'll just kind of see where that art takes me. If I feel like I need to add some more colors along the way, then it's just pulling me in that direction, right? So this will be this first one, and then of course we're going to start working on the second one. So make sure you like and subscribe, guys. I hope you enjoy the content that we put out here on my YouTube channel. We're always doing new stuff, so whether you're into sculpting, painting, or anything in between, we got it here for you. I'll see you guys in the next awesome video. Later, guys.